Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will come out first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Caught over the middle. It's Anthony. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So Michigan's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You got to worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. You just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's a heat. Got a man. It's Morgan. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Wolverines are on the move. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning. So you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
Grab behind the line. It's Marsh. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. To throw, it's Underwood. Takes a hit as he fires. Grab near the sticks, it's McCulley. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
I really like the decision by the quarterback. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Snagged out of the air. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals, and you have...
He's loose. Turning on the Jets. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Badgers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Are you kidding me? I mean, it's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Takes the easy completion. Got room at the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking for a crease. It's Haynes. Runs through a tackle. Stopped almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But this.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Oh, I'm out of space. He's at the 10. They finally make the stop, and what a fantastic way to finish off this first quarter after that play. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff. And that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the back. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Running back searching for a hole. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over now.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the right. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Pulls and fires complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
To the air, it's Underwood. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by a field goal over UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure coming. Going over the top. Catch in stride inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They're executing beautifully. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that's an easy call for the referees.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finds his tight end. At the 45 on its way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hand off to Jones. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first...
There he goes! He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll move the tight end. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
The sure hands, it's Morgan. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Throws to the tight end. Got his man all by himself. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Shakes off the defender. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
Got a man. It's Jones. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll try to do it himself. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
When it gets in long situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making the situation a lot more manageable.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keeps it on the draw. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Offense changing the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires toward the end zone. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Badgers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He is going nowhere. stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Hit as he throws. Works the middle of the field. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Takes the handoff. It's Hester. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Dangerous screen into traffic. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. First play of the drive comes from the 41. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Punt is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here comes the Michigan offense. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Now the play fake. He fires one deep down the right side.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. To the air, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Holden finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll keep it himself. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Nice job there by the QB on his own read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive.
It's a running room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Trying play action. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Quick release by the QB. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it on the run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They are up by just one over Central Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I'll tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Edwards. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
yards on the play. Number 49 on to kick it away.
And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Hunt is in the air. Makes the catch around the 50. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Touchdown, Badger! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Marshall. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking to buy time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Haynes.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun on third down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Back to pass, it's Edwards. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They try to get it outside on the left. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Wolverines get the 1st down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Off-play action on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting 1st downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
It's a seam wide open. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The give to the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught near the sticks. It's Klein. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Trying to get the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Breaks the tackle. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll toss it to the left. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight